Hey there everyone, it is Maria Young coming right back at you yet again, and today we have yet another plant hunting adventure all for you guys today. And as you can see, I have my trusty buddy right here coming with me everywhere I go. Absolutely fabulous. Can you guys give him a round of applause? The crowd goes crazy, absolutely wild. Anyways folks, so the other day I was perusing on Facebook, and you guys know anywhere I go, absolutely anywhere, even on Facebook, no matter where it's at, I am always hunting down some plants. So I happened to come across an advertisement for some Hoyas, and you guys know I am just absolutely over the moon addicted to these Hoyas. So today we're gonna try to see if we can find us some fabulous Hoyas today, and we're doing it via Facebook, via the marketplace, and right in St. Cloud. So let's go ahead and find out if we can absolutely get those Hoyas. And let's see if we can get those Hoyas right now. Bam, 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 and boom.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Mississippi Avenue.
All right, folks, and here we are. And look, guys, we have the meeting committee right here to greet us. Awfully nice. Just don't attack us, please. Oh, I see your orchids. Beautiful, growing naturally in her tree. Bromeliads. You guys know I love bromeliads. And all these oncidiums. Beautiful resurrection fern right there. That'll resurrect when it rains. And check that out. Vandas. Yes, indeed. I have met a fellow orchid lover. And you guys recognize this, right? I think this is a Nepenthes. Orchids everywhere, guys. Wow, I was not expecting this. I'm telling you, right here in Florida, we are just awfully blessed because we keep our orchids right outdoors. And as you can see, she has quite a collection of different types of plants and orchids, succulents. Oh man, I was not expecting this at all. Look, prayer plant right there. Nice variety of them too. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. The prayer plant, right? Aglaonomus right here. You guys know I'm upping my game on different varieties of plants because I'm a total plant addict. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Look at this dendrobium right there. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Ooh, I see a Hoya, guys. You guys see that? Hey. And my husband loves me enough to love me even with my addiction. Oh man, look at that. She has it all tidied up. Nice greenhouse right here. And beautiful space of yard too as well. Definitely gorgeous. We'll take a quick peek into here. And thank you, Liz, for being so kind and allowing us to check out what you got. Now, what is this right here? Ooh, it's another Hoya variety, guys. I like that. Yes. And guys, I found her right on Facebook Marketplace. Look, more Hoyas. Hoyas, Hoyas, Hoyas. Look at that, guys. Yay. So happy to be here, guys. Look at that. Orchids, orchids, orchids. Paphiopedilum, Phalaenopsis. This looks like some sort of Imperialis Hoya right there. Not sure though, guys, so don't count me on that. Publicalyx maybe? Yes, love it, guys. Okay guys, and here we are back in my garden again, and I do have to admit I did have some problems with the footage, so I wasn't able to post this video as soon as I would have liked, but you guys know better late than never, so we're gonna go ahead and get that haul party started right now. Now we do have some Hoyas in this section and also some Hoyas on this section right here. And there are some in here and some in here that I have not shown yet, and I will be showing you those in the future, so please stay tuned for those videos. Now the Hoyas that are in front of you and are on this particular table right here are the exact Hoyas that I did get from this haul. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at these darling little babies. Ah, coochie coochie coo! And the first one that we're going to take a look at is this Hoya La Canosa. Now, I do have to admit, when I first got this La Canosa, I was a little bit worried, guys, because as you guys know, La Canosas have quite a weird texture to the leaves. I mean, if you don't know any better, you would think that it is actually desiccated or perhaps drying up or even wilting. So taking a look at it, you might be fooled to think that this is a sickly Hoya, when in fact, this is just the way the Hoya grows. This is a natural texture of the La Canosa. Just as long as those leaves are very firm and perky and you're not noticing any type of discoloration such as browning or yellowing or falling off of the leaves, then you really don't have anything to worry about. And as for me, I found an appreciation for this unique feature on these leaves. And also, speaking of unique features, I do love the beautiful splashes that almost appear to be marbleized in the leaves. Just so beautiful. And this right here is a new leaf that grew in, and what really amazed me is how dark this leaf came in. It actually appeared to be black, and you're still seeing somewhat of a darkened, blackened tint on that leaf. So just an interesting quality of these leaves. And as you can see, this is one mere cutting from the La Canosa mother plant. So what really surprised me is the fact that this could literally grow 2 growths of a vine in such a short time. Here's one, and here's the teeny weeny little one right there. So I am really having some great expectations with this La Canosa, and I am looking forward to its many successes. And the next one up is this Hoya La Canosa. Now I really do like this Hoya right here because you guys know I am such a touchy-feely gal, and with this particular Hoya right here, I can't help but to get all up in my feelings and really feel this Hoya right here. Now this Hoya has such a texture to the actual leaf because this particular one right here actually is so sturdy. It's so firm, and I believe if I was to even partly bend this back, that this would split into 2. That's how crisp these leaves are. And these leaves actually remind me of olive leaves by the looks of it and also by its texture. It is growing a new growth right there and also right there. Do you see it? Right there. So we do have 2 growths that are beginning to come about, so we are fingers crossing that this really begins to vine out. Now this particular one right here is actually not a Hoya, but is very similar to the Hoya and is sister genus to the Hoya. This is actually a Dissidia. They are so very similar in their growth habits and even sometimes in their blooming habits as well. So I'm going to go ahead and group this together with this because I did get it with this haul. This is the Dissidia SP Thailand's Blush. And the unique thing about this is it actually grows a kidney growth, if you will. It grows a growth that has the shape of a kidney and is utilized to actually assist, house, and protect the ants. That's why the Dissidia is also called the ant plant, because the ants and also the Dissidia share quite a symbiotic relationship. Now, we did have a very unfortunate event with this Dissidia right here. where this somehow contracted some sort of rotting infection and it was actually taking out some of the leaves. So what I had to do was cut and remove all of the infected tissue away and cut into clean area and then disinfect it. And then of course keep my fingers crossed. And fortunate for us, take a look-see. Right where I cut, there again grew a new vine. What a sigh of relief, I'm telling you. Now, one of my favorite features of this Dissidia right here is its leaf shape. Now, let me ask you, do you see a circle or do you see somewhat of a square? Circle, square. I don't know, this is a squaricle. And next up are these two numeraloides right here. I mean, how can you just get one when you can get two? I'm just saying. Now, these numeraloides right here really fascinates me with what they can do at such a small size. This particular one right here only stands at about 2.5 inches tall, okay? And it is in a 2-inch pot sitting in the palm of my hand. That's how teeny weeny it is. And unlike the majority of your other Hoyas that really require it to be at a certain size or even at a certain length before it can even begin to bloom, this one right here doesn't follow the rules. It is a rebel at heart and it's going to do what it wants to do. So if we take a look right here, do you see that? Do you see that peduncle that is growing? Well, that's its first. Take a look at this one. That's the second peduncle. Look at the top. Here's the third peduncle. And believe it or not, it already had an older peduncle as well. So this may actually bloom 4 times in this season. And another awesome thing to see is this right here, which is a new growth in the center of the leaf, and that should be a new growth of a vine. And I really don't know how well you can see this, but if you look to the side of this peduncle right here, do you see in the center of the leaf there is a new growth right there? And that should also become another vine. So a lot of growth action and also possibly a lot of bloom action is about to take place for this little guy right here. And it is just so amazing. This is truly the little Hoya that could. And believe it or not, there are also some amazing things going on with his little twin, Bro as well. And taking a closer look, you will see the start of a new growth of a vine right here. And I don't know how close we can get on this, not very, but there is also some sort of growth that's going on at that base of that new growth. Do you see it? Right there? And I do believe that will be a future peduncle as well. And if you take a look where my finger's at, right there, do you see a new growth? So that can either be a leaf growing or quite possibly another vine. So as you can see, these two twin brothers right here are quite athletic when it comes to performance and results. So never judge a book by its cover. And even though they do say that these numeraloides right here can be slow growers, if you really think about it, they make up for it in their performance with their growth and also in their performance with their blooms. And I did forget to mention one of my favorite attributes about these Hoyas right here. Not only the amount of blooms that they can give, because they are known for their floriferous blooming ability, but also because of the furriness. Remember, I am such a touchy-feely gal, and they are so softy, wafty, and furry-worry. And this one right here is an SP Leos. Leo, Leo, daylight coming, me want to go home. Me say, oh. Daylight coming, me want to go home. And I will have to say, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, check out these leaves. Oh, wow. Loving the lime green on here. Loving that creamy white veining. Very noticeable in this. Very, very nice. Just absolutely love it. It's one of the first things that I notice about this Hoya. This is just a really attractive Hoya right here. I just love, love, love the coloring on the leaves. Now, I know that you are noticing some spotting in the leaves as well, but no worries, folks. That is just cosmetic blemishes due to high sunlight, and it's not spreading and it's not affecting the health of this Hoya. Now, the only thing that's a little bit disappointing to me is since I've had it, I haven't noticed any type of growth on there at all. So yeah, you know, sometimes we get a little bit impatient there, but I haven't had it for that long either, just a couple of weeks. So sometimes it takes time, and also there's a certain acclimation period as well from one atmosphere to another and different growing conditions, etc., so on and so forth. You know how it goes. So again, I just have to be patient. But if patience does run out, what I do plan on doing is I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little section and go ahead and pot it up here so we can get something that's a bit fuller instead of just one vine, and also hoping that it will encourage more growth on here as well. And in this pot right here are cuttings of a Curtisii, and this was actually a freebie gift given to me by Liz, where she just cut off a strand of the Curtisii and gave it to me. And she had suggested that I go ahead and keep that long strand together, but you guys know I am very, very hard-headed. So I went ahead and cut it into 3 pieces, which 2 are survivors. And the third one, unfortunately, did not survive. And I had a great idea by saying that I can just simply lay it down on the ground or on the soil and finger crossed hope it works. Well, it wasn't such a bright idea, especially not for the Hoya, because I sent it on a direct, no return flight to Hoya heaven. Rest in peace, my dear. But the other 2 are doing okay, and in this case, no discoloration, just a little bit of leaf loss, but that's a-okay. The other leaves are very firm, very crispy, and there's no sign of withering or softening of the leaves. So I do believe that they will take up well. And of course, what I do love the most about the Curtisii is its amazing formation in the leaves. How cute and adorable is that? Like, totally duh. And also, I do love the paint speckling, the paint splashes within the leaves as well. Just so very beautiful and unique. And when I do look at the leaves, I don't know, to me it looks like little Christmas ornaments. What do you guys think? Now, this is another form and type of Dissidia right here. Now, Liz didn't exactly know what this was, and I don't either. But I have to say, look at the leaf formation. It is really quite similar to the Curtisii, if you ask me. How amazing. Anyway, so this was given to me, and this is kind of a rescue plant right here. This was mounted, and it wasn't doing well on its mounting, so Liz just gave it to me to see if I can rescue it. And I simply did what I did with Mr. Rest in Peace there. But in this case, it worked. And it worked so well. In fact, if you take a look where my finger's at, you see these 2 leaves right here. Those are new growths. And that is actually the start of a new vine. So yay. And if we take a look at the other end right there, can you see that? That is also a new growth of hopefully another vine as well. And if you look right in the middle, there is a teeny weeny. Guys, I see everything, trust me. I will look over this 100 times a day and I will find everything and anything that has changed on it. Anyways, so you see that teeny weeny little growth right there? I am hoping that is also the start of a new vine. So indeed, this is quite a wonderful and loving start to this relationship between me and this no ID. And this one right here, guys, this is a Hoya Bata. And yeah, this is a very furry little fella right here. And unfortunately, no growth action so far, even though I am seeing something that is beginning to protrude at the very top. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking or my imagination is running away with me, but either way, I am finger crossing and hoping that it is true. And last but not least is this Hoya Neo Caledonia. And this one in particular is very similar to the Hoya SP Leos, as you can see, with a very lime green leaves and also that very light creamy white veining in those leaves as well. So also a very attractive Hoya, and as you can see, it has been growing this very long vine, so I'm hoping that eventually it'll grow some leaves on that bare vine as well. Good news though is on this end it does have a live growth point right there, so this will continue to vine out. And eventually what I want to do is make a cutting somewhere once the leaves start growing in, cut some pot back into this pot and make this fuller. But I do love this one as well. And all of these Hoyas range between $5 to $12. I had the numeroloides, which were 2 for the $8. The remaining were 5, and this one right here was 12. So altogether, she gave me a deal of $45 and also gave me some freebie plants as well. And surprisingly, it was so awesome to discover that she actually watches my orchid adventures. So even before we met, she already knew me. So awesome indeed to meet a new plant buddy. And I do want to give a special shout out to Liz for indeed opening up her garden and her grow space to us, and also for providing some amazing and wonderful plants as well. I do love all of these adorable Hoyas, and I think they love me back because they are starting to grow. I really do love each and every one of them. So Liz, I thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, if you guys are interested in purchasing some plants and want to check to see what's available, I'll go ahead and post an advertisement of that Facebook Marketplace up here so you can get in contact with her as well. And Liz, just in case you're wondering whatever happened to the plants that you did give me, well, I actually incorporated it with other tropical foliage plants, and I put them right into this basket, making a tropical jungle display. How beautiful is that? And folks, I do want to let you guys know I have several plants available for trade. I am looking for more Hoya cuttings or Hoya plants in general, ones that I don't already have. I also have this massive Crimson Princess right here available for trade or also sale. Now, of course, this is only for local pickup because this weighs a ton. Again, it's massive, and this would cost more for shipping and handling than it would the plant. So only local pickups on this one, and this is so massive. Just countless of growth points on this, and it's going to grow even more humunga dunga. And I also have this monster available for sale or trade as well. This is a humunga dunga wunga of a Hindu rope. And take a look at how full and lush and how many tendrils this thing has. Oh my goodness, this has grown with leaps and bounds. And with that being said, I sure do thank you guys so much for hanging out with me right here at My Orchid Adventures. And I do hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and also subscribe. And make sure you join me on my Facebook and also my Instagram under My Orchid Adventures. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys later on my next adventure. Bye-bye. Mwah.